we're doing number 47 and 7.5. And this is a word problem. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to read carefully through the word problem and pick out all the key information. And I've listed all this information here. They told us we went 500 miles per hour going east, 350 miles per hour on the return trip, 8.5 hours total, and they want to know the one-way distance. Now, since this is distance and rate, we're going to be using the distance formula. Distance equals time, rate times time. And this is easy. Anytime you drive in a car trip, you do this in your head automatically. Now, what we're going to do to sort this information is we're going to start by putting it in a chart. So I'm going to draw my box here. And I've got my east and my west. And I've got my total here. So I want to do distance, rate, and time. I want all these labeled so I can put in the pieces I know and see what I need to find out. So I know 500 miles per hour going east, so that goes here, 350 west. My total time down here is 8.5. This is what I know so far, but I can piece this now together and see what else I know. First, I know the distances are the same, because remember, they're going one way and they're coming back the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this equal to x. So x is going to be my one-way distance. This also makes sense because this is what I'm trying to find. And it always helps if you can set your variable equal to what you're trying to find. Now, looking at this, you can see I've got most of this filled in. Time over here, I can fill in from this. Time, if I rewrite this, I've got distance equals rate times time. I'm going to solve it for time. So I'm going to divide both sides by r. So distance divided by rate equals time. So over here, I can do that. So the distance, x divided by 500, x divided by 350. Now what's nice about this is we know what these two add up to. They add up to 8.5 hours. We were told that. So this becomes my equation. I have x over 500 plus x over 350 equals 8.5. And this is the equation now I can solve. So to solve this, I need to somehow get x alone, and I need to be able to isolate it. So that means I need to get it out of these fractions. So I'm going to start by multiplying both sides by the least common denominator. And I'm just going to use 500 times 350. I'm going to use my calculator here. $175,000. I'm going to times both sides by this. Now, I know this is 500 times 350, so here, when I divide 500, I'm just going to end up with 350. So what I've got here is 350x plus 500x equals this times 8.5. Now, here I've got like terms, they're both x, I can add them. So then I've got 850x equals my big number. Now I want the x alone, divide both sides by 850. It helps if I divide, not multiply. Okay, so that means x equals 1,750. What is this? This is miles, right? So, what's the answer to my question? A one-way distance for this trip was 1,750 miles. And make sure you label. You can, of course, check this, figure out, okay, if I go 500 miles an hour for this many this many miles, that's my distance. Better get back to 8.5 hours. Always helps, especially on a test, if you check it and then you feel confident in your answer.